Another go. Just put on.
Hello and welcome. Today we have another special broadcast. It will probably also be the last broadcast for at least a couple of weeks, though we've been almost streaming, I was going to say almost daily here, Phil, at this point.
Yeah, we have. It's been intense.
It's been intense, but this is the and I need the English word for rosinen i pølsen, the end of the sausage, I think is the most close. So
Don't do that again.
No. So for those who are not aware, the way that we usually do this is that we pre-seed the players and teams that have finished highest last season, and that would be all the Prem teams and for the Altdorf teams that I've gone in and had a look at who had the most points from last season. Blue Lights almost made it for a bye, but we had a final sign up here in the last minutes. So Blue Lights and a lot of memes are now also going to have a draw. And that means that we'll be drawing the numbers between 15 and 50. And we'll go down the lists one by one. Just as an example here, we'll start with Blinky. And if Blinky gets number 15, he will appear over here. And if he gets not the right place to write that, 33, he will appear down on the 33 spot. And we'll just go by them list here and fill it in. Yeah, I called him Blinky, not saying that's correct by any means. I think I misread that. Sorry, Blitzy. So, Phil, are you ready with your balls?
Yeah, I'm ready with my balls. Unfortunately, I can't pull them out on camera because my camera's not working. So you'll just have to trust me. There's a really good commentary of indoor bowls.
I have fun.
Which has some quite interesting references. I'll have to send it out. Anyway, shall we begin?
We shall begin. So
give me a good mix up first. Here we go. 33.
33. 33. Free. Right?
34.
34. If you keep doing that, we'll put them in a nice, neat order here.
Yeah. 39. It's the
39.
30s.
We're doing it almost the back here. Amy.
36.
36.
My
Almost. You're still all away teams so far. Sam.
37.
That's pretty impressive.
This is statistically unlikely.
Yeah.
I'm giving them a really good shuffle. And my wife is trying to watch a film. Here we go. 19.
19. First home team.
41.
41. Yeah, I'm also missing that we can't see Phil's balls.
It's one of the highlights of the season for most people, I can tell you. 42.
42, the answer to life, universe, and everything.
I swear we say that every time we do one of these.
The only way.
30.
30.
We're going to very closely run out of the 3 10s.
It's more impressive that we haven't had anyone match up
yet. It builds the excitement. 21.
21.
25. Are we going to go through all the 20s now?
Yes, and we're still yet managing to not hit anyone here down here. That's pretty impressive.
46.
46. I think, yes, we have the first match. Manny versus the Das.
Oh, that will be interesting. The Das has got that experienced orcs against new Norse.
Yeah.
So Ivan 100% not Zenjo.
Yeah.
I am a teacher. 31.
Well, one does not exclude the other. So then we got some orcs from Aldorf versus some Dark Elf. Zack versus Mark Lowe.
20.
20. 0. That's a home team. No opponent yet.
23.
23. Another Dark Elf. Facing
That's going to
off
be
against the Halflings.
Oh yeah, it's my NAF rep against my favorite UKBBL coach currently. 24.
24. We again sequencing the numbers. So we're gonna have some Wood Elves versus some...
really trying to mix them up.
Yeah.
32. There we go.
32.
That's going to be against Blitzy.
Yeah.
Whoever that is.
Blitzy versus
Kane.
Bricken.
So Skaven against Nurgle. Oh yeah, they're very different, aren't they? 16 is the next one I have drawn.
I think both will not have preferred to get that matchup.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's going to like that.
No. Jean-Luc.
18.
18. Yeah.
Yeah, it's an experienced Nurgle as well against a baby Skaven.
Yeah.
Depends how much inducements you get. I lost against baby Skaven last season. 29.
29. Yeah, I was going to say baby Skaven is probably one of the more rough baby teams that are. So we got another Skaven versus humans. Oh, Dog Boy versus
So
May.
This is against Beast.
Yeah.
So 40 was the last number I drew.
40. Dark Elf versus another Scrambling Undead.
Beast won their first game against one of my top picks for that division.
And we have Smoother Karma.
28.
28. 28. So Necro versus Skaven with Smoother Karma versus Sam. I like Scav.
47.
47. Simo versus Jean-Luc. So
yes, Bitsy, you have been drawn and you have got the Skaven. You got baby Skaven. Yes. Also, Archangel referred to you as Blinky. Make of that what you will.
that's what happens when you read too fast.
Next number is 35.
35. And we got some more Necros versus some All World Alliance with just a Bully versus Rufus Stingland.
That will be interesting, that one.
Oh,
Old World Alliance against a fresh side. JB's playing
it's
a
Hills
fresh side.
versus Eldorf, so they're season
Oh,
2
okay.
versus
Well, that
3.
that Necro is going to be one season old, whereas I think Rufus Starn's Old World Alliance is going to be something like 4. 22 was the next number I drew.
22. Hornet is going to have no one yet to fight.
49.
49.
That's a match against Blue Lights.
Yeah.
Slayer. So Norse against Wood Elves. And it's an Altdorf East against a Barren Hills.
Yeah.
That's not a nice matchup for the Norse.
No.
45.
45. Winter's Dad Goblins versus Jero's Humans. So it's going to be experienced goblins versus fresh humans.
Humans are going to get inducements against goblins.
That's not that common. Oh, DK Max. The next one.
Just checking down the list. That is right. I'm just pointing out. Why was Mathimus not seeded for some reason?
Mathimus, because there was people who finished higher than him.
Okay.
No, Senju, the top of the list, Senju got seeded because he was winner from last season. That's why he's at the top. And then you have all the Prem teams. And then we had down here the first from Moldovs that qualified. And Blinky, sorry, did see. No, Blue Lights was it? Blue Lights up to like 5 seconds before because Laura Memes signed up. Blue Lights lost his buy.
Okay. 50 is the next number I've drawn out.
50.
DK Max.
So he has somehow avoided not facing anyone yet.
Yeah, I think Mathimus should get a buy here. I think Lala Prout should be in Mathimus's space.
Well, double check afterwards. I
Again, we've done this very quickly.
Yeah.
We'll check.
Yeah. If there's any of these that should be somewhere else, we'll just swap them around.
48.
48. Wow, we still managed to have. There is still room for one more draw that is not an opponent yet. That's pretty impressive at this stage.
That's good. There's 7 spaces left, and I've got 7 balls in the pot.
Oh, it just fits.
27.
It's 27. It's just the right size, you know. Yeah, Jason avoided and now they will all have someone to play against.
Okay, so 15. So this is DK Max.
Yeah, DK Max. Norse versus Aldo. Season 1 past and 2 seasons past. Should be interesting.
38. It's Old Leg Steve. So that's going to go against Jason's Halflings.
Well, the Halflings should definitely get some inducements then.
Yeah. That human side should probably be kicking around sort of the 1250 mark,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
17.
17.
So this is against Sutty.
Oh.
Oh, that's going to be a good matchup.
Oh.
So fresh Orcs against fresh Necro. That'll be a good game.
Well, it's Sutty's from hell, so it must be season old.
26.
26. Lehman Rush.
Oh, yes.
Burn Hills.
So
no?
I take this franchise as a former FA Cup winning franchise. Even though it's a restart, it's still the same franchise, folks.
Oh. Coach Noodles. That's gonna be definitely a banger.
Skaven against fresh Skaven against fresh Orc, isn't it?
Yeah.
43's come out first.
43.
That's a chaos against human by the look of it.
Yep.
And yep, I had 44 left.
That was
Lord
lucky.
Memes.
So Amazons versus Skaven. Oh, that's gonna be interesting too. And Prem versus Eldor.
Yeah, but that's a Prem Skaven as well.
Oh, so yeah, this
so
one.
Those Amazons are going to get dribble and dribble. And
yeah,
they're going to have to play against Keith's unique, throw caution to the wind style of Blood Bowl.
Yes, I will, however, say that this one is being swapped out because just this is a Prem team, and it's only because he signed up like 2 minutes before broadcast that I didn't catch, but he should be seeded with the other Prems. So whoever is not being seeded of these teams will go down and replace that one.
Is it because you use oh yeah, I see why. Where is? It's because you've got Mathimus down as Altdorf East. That's why. That's why you haven't spotted their
Oh, is he also?
so yeah, it's against Dog Boy. So I think
Yeah. But because it's not on the list, if they were listed, probably because he signed up still with the old tables up, so that's why, and he was listed then as Holdorf.
yeah.
There might also be others of these that are incorrect, but this one and the other prem up here somewhere we just talked about, this one, I'll just mark them so then I can easily spot them again. These two.
Do you want to just flip these around now so we can see the final draw? Because I suspect it's quite a quick flip, right?
Yeah,
Order means
it is technically, but it's not that easy. So you get to see a behind the scene here. So this is the data of them being signed up. So if I have to take those two out, I will have to say that Lalaprout and Waldorf is not 13 and not 14. So if I just write that for my own memory here.
Well, I think we should be able to work it out. So
Yeah.
so Chuck Dredd should be playing Waldorf because Keith will be higher than Mathimus in the seeding, and then Mathimus should be La Prout.
So if I swap these two around, right?
Basically, you want to swap La Prout for Mathimus, and you want to swap Keith for Waldorf.
Okay, so just take that 2 seconds again. No. You want to swap La Proud with Amy.
You want to swap with Ame, yeah.
Yeah. So that is 14 here and 36 down here.
Oh, yeah.
And Lauder means Keith should be swapping with Waldorf, was it?
Waldorf, yeah.
Waldorf.
Which does allow Waldorf the great joy of exiting the FA Cup in the first round, which is what he likes to do.
Yes, 13. Good. Now then this in here should be correct. Over here. Yes.
There you go.
Perfect. It also means that this over here is not exactly correct, so just ignore this now because we did this is the actual data that is being used. This is just seeding for it to make it easier to see it here. But this is the actual tables.
Oh no, so it's purely just the fact of I mean, this is based on the way I've done it, is the seeding should be how you finished in the Prem based on the sign up.
Yeah.
So this is why Archangel will be the second seed, because he essentially is the highest finishing Prem coach. I'm the next highest Prem coach. As a new Prem coach, you would be automatically Mathimus below Keith, because he was already a Prem coach.
I will just say that because when I did this quickly, there is the order here is not 1-to-1 with them. There were so many Prem that I just filled them in. They're not seated in the correct order because there was also need to put in.
Snow Troll should be the third seed, but we can it's the round one fixtures we're basically interested in, right?
Yeah.
So there you go. Any particular fixtures you think you pull out from there going, oh, that looks a bit tasty. I do quite like Wurzner against Sutty. I think that's a good one.
Yeah. I think which one was it? I was just trying to find it here again. Both the new teams that they good players. Was it Blurla? No. Fresh teams. Both. I think because we swapped it around now, it's not the same matchups anymore. But yeah, okay. I think there's actually quite a
Chuck Dredd's fixtures just got a lot harder, I think. Yeah. I'd have preferred as Amazons to play Skaven. I'm not so keen to play Old World Alliance.
Yeah. This one I think will definitely be interesting.
Yeah, the Banter Kane versus Blitzy, that would be quite a good one.
Yeah.
And actually the one above it, which is Zake against Mark. Orc
I-
versus Dark Elf.
I
A fixture which is ingrained on my memory.
I
Not sure if
also
yours
love it
memory
when
is.
it's the same tier, but it's the one side versus the other side, so you still get to play someone you would otherwise not have had the joy of
Yeah.
playing.
I also
This one
think
should also be fun.
I'm looking for coaches who I think will make a deep run in the cup. La 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 Prout should again do well. Providing it's the draws right. I don't think I'd want Chaos to come up against any of the new teams. You probably want Chaos playing like for like. You don't want them coming up against Morg or anything like that.
No, or a goblin team with heavy inducements or halflings with heavy inducement schools be a bit rough.
But La 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 Prout should make a bit of a run. But the other one I think who could make a bit of a run is Bombadil. Because that Wood Elves team is only going to get better across the season.
Mm.
And it's a season old, so against the undead, it's not going to be giving away horrific inducements.
No.
And I can't think of anything for undead where I'd go, oh yeah, I'm really glad I've got an extra 200k's worth of inducements against Wood Elves playing undead.
Isn't there the skeleton with tackle and block strength 4 something? Ivan?
Yeah, there is. It just doesn't help if the Wood Elves just run away though at the beginning of turn 1 and run away at the beginning of turn 9 and then just sit in the backfield and go, come on then. You run in and score, we'll let you, and then we're going to sit here until turn 5 and then we're going to do something. But it's also we have to remember this is essentially a tournament resurrection roster, but where the rosters are moving.
Yeah.
So you do play it different. And Wood Elves can be much more aggressive than they would do in a league. So elves tend to do better. We know Skaven have won it the most of any race. They tend to do well in this competition. It'd be interesting to find out when the last Chaos winner the FA Cup was.
Oh, I did the Held report, so I think it's fairly a long time ago.
So I'm going to try and have a little hunt. It's going to be season 32, I think. And that would have been Jester 77. There's been no Chaos winners since season 32. Our history we've only got from season 28, which is a bit annoying. But that's all I could find out when I took it over. So of the last set of seasons we've done. But there's a lot of Skaven on there.
Yes, Skaven has been doing pretty well.
There's a lot of Archangel on there as well.
I don't know, just being off.
You like this competition. I'm gonna have a look. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You only need 2 more titles.
Yeah, I know.
Oh no, you'd need 3. So
To
Max
beat
has
this.
actually got 6. He's got
Yeah.
6 titles.
Oh, did he?
With his Tales from the Crib. Yeah, season 33, 39 and 40, 44 and 45, and then 48 was his last one.
So, Phil, you were always concerned about this. I have good news and bad news. Is that you and I can only face each other in the final if it comes to that.
Yay!
So, for those who are not aware, the seeding goes all the way up to the last round here. So you can already see here who you would potentially be facing off against in round 2 and 3.
But remember, the seeding's not right. I'm not going to be 3. Snow Troll's going to be 3, so it's not necessarily.
Oh yeah. We're gonna yeah. We need to get that seating sorted up here.
Yeah.
Cool. You'll help me to do that afterwards, and then we'll post it.
Yeah, that sounds good. I'll get the Prem tables ready for when we go off air.
Cool.
Are we gonna do a stream about week 3? It probably feels about right to do about week 3.
Yeah. That sounds about right. Do we know Snow Troll?
No,
He's typically
Snow Troll's got
bye.
a bye because he's a brilliant lizard coach.
Yes. Oh, just talking. We talked about it yesterday. The predictions. The scores are in for the and Phil, I have good news for you.
Who is it?
There's
Okay.
5 people
Did
who
I
think
win?
you're gonna win Prem West.
Well, I think that's only because I think people didn't realise that there's 2 polls the same. I don't think I'm winning Prem West. I think I can finish top half. I don't think I can win Prem West.
So, I think it's very interesting and very telling that Prem East is like this very divided opinion about where it will go. So I think when we talked about like which was easier to predict, not that any of them is easy. I think East is very open, and I think the
East
prediction is very
is
telling of that.
incredibly open. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Essentially, I think because you've removed the teams who've been dominating in that division for the last few seasons, and so now it's really that is really open. And
Yeah.
I really like the fact that Little Wing picked 3 coaches coming up to finish top 3 because they haven't got the damage that the ones who've been in there for a while have got as well. I will watch Prem East with interest.
Oh, definitely. I think it's going to be very close. Especially,
But I
like I
will
said,
also
like with Glantio, with Corn Knight, and Unganesh, which have been like, let's call it common top players from Prem East in the scoring at least. With all those not there, it is definitely opened it up quite a bit.
yeah. Well, I think from those 3 names, I think they represent the finalists of every season on Blood Bowl 3. One of them each season.
Yeah.
Either Galentio or Corn Knight or UG has got into the final
Yeah.
of the UKBBL every season.
Yeah.
Which is, yeah, it's interesting. Though I do feel this is if West have got a chance, I feel like just with the fact of, perhaps the teams coming up are maybe a little bit more underdeveloped, and the East teams are already there, have got a bit more damage. I think this is West's chance. If Wests are going to have a chance, they've got
we are
this
not doing too
season.
well on the West versus East map there. No,
It's not great, is it?
I think I could be wrong, but have West have we I think we've only been once in the final.
It's yeah. What was it? Galen. So who did Ceramol end up playing? In his was it Andy Davo? Did he play Andy Davo?
No, Andy in the first season got
He got lost in the semis,
semi.
didn't he? That makes sense because Ceramol would have played. He would have played a West, and I think Andy won his division. Ceramol finished second.
Yeah.
And then did you beat Corn Knight? I think you beat Corn Knight, didn't you?
I lost to Corn Knight the first time I went to the semifinals. I just couldn't break his arm at all. Like, and if you, when orcs get outnumbered by pro elves, you are in trouble. And that was a East only final again, and then we had the season where I won, and then we had an East only final this season. So we really need to. So I'm looking to Phil and Snow Troll. You two are definitely going to be our hopes this season. That's my prediction.
You're not including yourself in that, then?
No, because I know that even should I make it to the playoffs, I will definitely go out in the semifinal yet again. That seems to be my pattern here.
We'll see. You've still got a couple of tackle blitzers, which frighten me.
But
But it's the same like anything. You could I mean, you could lose 2 players in your first match dead, and that changes your season totally.
Oh, definitely. Then it's basically rebuilding.
Yeah. One reroll though. Bring on those double skulls.
Well, Nuffle seems to be doing my head in at the moment, so
Yeah.
that's always great. I think we have no more to do with the seating. Phil will help me get the ranking up here right, so we get the right order and just tidy up. And once that's done, I will start posting the threads, and we are technically from there on live and
To go, yeah.
yeah.
And we'll see you in a few weeks, folks, on the UKBBL's Twitch when we'll do a all access.
Yeah.
We'll try and choose a good night, try and get some tasty fixtures on the board.
That would be great.
There's a lot of them.
Oh, definitely.
153 coaches we're now up to.
Yes, I'm thinking we're going to hit the ceiling maybe next season for how many tickets there are for the FA Cup, but hopefully also by then we will have that playoffs with friendlies can allow overtime. That would be maybe
that would also be amazing.
That would make my life a lot easier and everyone else's.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Right. Have a wonderful first couple of weeks in the UKBBL, folks.
Bye-bye and take care.